Also, what is all we just need to, don't we need to in case sign and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. It's fine. What reason of faces? What? Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
All right. National History Olympiad History World Championship Finals for the elementary division. One more time, round of applause. For this finals round, we will have 30 questions in the pack, and we are out on 40. Huh? Here we go. Look, everybody, have fun. Toss up one. During this conflict, Henry Lawrence, who commanded a group of officers called his Young Men, died while trying to defend Lucknow. This event, which was started partly because of the use of pork fat in Enfield rifle cartridges.
Oh, that's not. I bust first.
Bus. That is on me. I had not cleared the buzzer because y'all were buzzing in. That one goes out. We all knew it was Steve Blake. We are replacing the question with extra question one. Here we go. So it's just good to get the nerves out. We all got the nerves out. I got the nerves out. I got the nerves out. Toss up one. In this country, most of the reign of David II was spent fighting its second war of independence, as John's son had promised another country control of Lothian if installed king. 5 kings named James ruled this country prior to Mary, who is Scotland. That is correct. That is Keaton. Okay.
Wait, what?
Is that Keaton?
No, it's not. Wait.
Keaton, will you grab buzzer 2, please? Bill, grab buzzer 3. There we go. And life is easier for everyone. Life is easier for everyone. All right. Toss up 2. A revocation of a law for this religious group prompted Frederick William to issue the Edict of Potsdam. Catherine de' Medici may have caused mobs to attack this religious group and then
Huguenots?
Correct for 4. Correct for 5. Correct for 5.
My last one, 5.
Your last one was 4. Toss up 3. In 1992, this person led the MBR 200 group against Carlos Andres Perez in a failed coup, but was pardoned 2 years later under Rafael Caldera. In 2002, another coup by Pedro Carmona almost replaced this anti-Colombian leader, who inaugurated the show Allo Presidente as part of his personality cult. For the points, named this politician who succeeded Nicolas Maduro as president of Venezuela.
Hugo Chavez.
That's correct for 3. Toss up 4.
We just need to go ahead and announce who gets the points.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right, we had on toss up 1 was Keaton, on toss up 2, Theo, on toss up 3, Adyant. Toss up 4. This country was led by Fasilides, a son of Susenyos I, who founded Gondar. This country underwent factionalism in the era of the princes when the Solomonic dynasty lost power.
Ethiopia?
Correct. That is Chengyu. Yep, Chengyu for 4. Toss up 5. During this period, fossilized evidence for diversification was investigated by Charles Walcott in the Burgess Shale. During this period, organisms called metazoans began to diversify, while trilobites first appeared amid its 3rd stage. Incorrect for -2. For the points, name this Paleozoic era in which multicellular organisms diversified during its namesake explosion.
Cambrian?
That is correct for 3. So that is Keaton, name 2, Chengyu for 3. Not you. There we go. Toss up 6. In 1688, this ruler's tomb was desecrated by Yats under Rajaram of Sincini in Sikandra. This ruler created the Ibadat Khana, and he supported a syncretic religion
No, I call him.
That is correct. For 6, that is Theo with 6.
Yeah, Zinnia lost, I think that's what that was.
Toss up 7. This emperor killed Hypatius under the insistence of his consort after Hypatius was declared emperor by a mob. This man's namesake law code reformed traditional Roman law.
Justinian?
Correct for 5. For Theo. Toss up 8. A monument to this man contains the 23 April Tower. Another monument to this man is located opposite of a war memorial on Anzac Parade in Canberra. A quote by this leader saying, "Peace at home, peace in the world," lies below a bust of him overlooking Izmir, and his successor, Ismet, correct for 4? That's key. And that is key. Yep. Toss up 9. The wife of this former investment banker appeared to slap his face as they deplaned in 2025.
Macron?
That is correct for 16.
Yes.
And toss up 10. The closing ceremonies of these events in 1987 were held at the Hoosier Dome. Chicago and Indianapolis are the only 2 continental U.S. cities to have hosted this sporting event, although San Juan hosted it in 1979. For the points, name this international sports competition between countries in the Western.
America.
I'm sorry, incorrect. Hemisphere.
Pan American Games.
It is the Pan American Games for Marine. That first was
Everyone's basically green.
and then Philadelphia was yeah. Yes. Yep, and then score check at 10, please.
Okay, Adyan has 3. Ethan, you're on 10. Chengyu, Ethan, you're on 10. Theo, you're on 16. And the other 2 are yet to start score.
And away we continue. Toss up 11. This man led a campaign to Charcas, where Pedro Antonio Olagueta was killed in the Battle of Tumusla. This man earned a victory at the Battle of Peniche, which secured Ecuadorian independence.
Simon Bolivar.
Incorrect, neg 2. And he also won the Battle of Ayacucho, which ended the Peruvian War of Independence.
San Martin.
Incorrect, neg 2. For the points, name this Venezuelan general and associate of Simon Bolivar, who lends his name to. Sorry, time? That is neg 2. A capital city of Bolivia. Sucre is correct for 3. That is Adian for 3. Toss up 12. Victims of this event were honored by the Skelmanthorpe flag, and after it, Lord Liverpool's government passed the 6 Acts. In this event, William Fulton ordered a charge of the 15th Hussars. Incorrect, neg 2.
Charge of Brigade.
Incorrect, neg 2. Henry Hunt was arrested. For the points, name this 1819 massacre of protesters calling for Peterloo. That is correct for 4. To Chengyu Ethan. Yep. Toss up 13. This politician was voted down by the Senate during his voyage to Britain in an attempt to kill his political career. This president, the only one not related to King John, was the only one to not speak English as a first language. This politician correct for 5. And that is Adias?
Yes. He's from Dutch. Yeah. Yep.
Well, it was his first one. Toss up 14. This deity assisted Yuanshi Tianzun, a member of the 3 Pure Ones. This deity is often identified with Sakra in Buddhist belief systems. The term Tiangong, or Heavenly Duke, is sometimes given to this deity, who is said to have created the zodiac. For the points, name this Chinese.
The Jade Emperor.
That's correct for 4. And that is Theo. Toss up 15. This site was first excavated by Basil Brown, who was commissioned by Edith Preddy. An artifact found at this site has the dancing warrior scene and dragon motifs, and was associated with the East Anglian ruler Raedval. For the points, name this archaeological site. That's correct for 4. That's Keaton. Toss up 16. In this religion, one god scared his sister into a cave after Shinto. Correct for 6 for Keaton. Toss up 17. This man exiled himself to London after the Revolution of 1848. This ambassador of Austria arranged a marriage between the
Common font internet.
That's correct for 6. For Theo.
We have score check.
We can do a score check.
Okay, Adrian's on 11. Ethan, you're on 16. Chengyu Ethan, you are on 12. Neil, you're on -2. And Theo, you're on 24.
Toss up 18. This empire was succeeded by the Vardhana dynasty, and during the time of the Jin dynasty, Faxian traveled to this empire. Correct for 5. For Chengyu Ethan. Toss up 19. In 2013, a young boy from this country became the first patient of a regional Ebola epidemic. That event in this country occurred during the rule of the authoritarian Alpha Conde, who was deposed in a 2021 military coup led by current President Mamadi Doumbouya. For the points, name this West African country where Ebola treatments have been administered in Conakry. Incorrect. Name 1. Guinea is correct for 3. For audience.
Guinea?
Yeah. Who was in the first time?
Me.
Neil.
Freeze.
Yes, correct. Please. Okay. Yep. Toss up 20. This composer of Metamorphosin revisited a symphony after the death of Gustav Mahler, in which he depicted the ascent of an alpine mountain. This composer wrote a song of the Night Wanderer to conclude a piece quoted in 2001: A Space Odyssey. For the points, name this German composer of Also Sprach Zarathustra.
Strauss.
Correct for 4. Zarathustra. That is Keaton. We just did our score check at 21, so we'll wait until, or at 17, so we'll wait until 23. Toss up 21. This entity, led by a prince and grand master, has only 3 citizens, although it employs over 40,000. This entity maintains a diplomatic relations with over 100 states. Incorrect, neg 2. Although the only territory it controls are 2 magistral buildings in Rome.
Sovereign Military Order of Malta.
That is correct. 4, 5. And that is Neil.
Just
Give us one more by how we'll do this question.
Just exists.
Toss up 22. This leader conquered Kazan and Astrakhan. That is correct for 6 for Keaton. And yeah, we'll do the score check 1 early.
Okay, Adrian, you're on 14. Ethan, you're on 24. Chengyu Ethan on 17. Neil, you're on 2. And Theo, you're on 24 as well.
It's a nail biter. Toss up 23. During the American occupation of this country, the Bryan-Chamorro Treaty made it a protectorate to secure control over a never-built canal that would have run
Nicaragua.
correct 5. Review. Toss. Yeah. Toss up 24. During this country's civil war, thousands of Cuban soldiers against
Angola.
That is correct for 6. That is Chengyu Ethan. That was missing a 1. Toss up 25. This man's father, Giovanni Santi, worked in the court of the Duke of Urbino. A church in Piacenza commissioned this man's Sistine Madonna. Averroes and Zarathustra are both present in the best-known work by this painter, which was created for the Stanza della Segnatura. That painting by this man,
Raphael.
correct for 5. And that is Keaton. Toss up 26. This author wrote The Diamond as Big as the Ritz, as well as a short story called The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, within his Tales of the Jazz Age. This man also authored This Side of Paradise.
That's not chill.
Correct for 4, that's Theo. Toss up 27. During this period, the ideas of fixing the standards and equality before the law were developed by Shang Yang. Following the Battle of Chongping in this period,
46 period.
correct for 5 to keep. We're going to do our final score check at 27 because we've been doing them off, and 27 is my favorite number.
All right. Adrian, you're on 14. Keaton, you're on 34. Chengyu, Ethan, you're on 23. Neil, you're on 2. And Theo, you're on 33.
Wait, what am I on? You got 34. You want to have yours?
Keaton's on 34, Theo's on 33.
Yep. Yeah. 3 to go. Toss up 28. This person created a model consisting of an infinitely long tape in which symbols can be read and written into cells. This person created a version of the bomb at Bletchley Park to decode messages from the Enigma machine.
Turn.
Correct for 4 for Keaton. Takes you to 38. Toss up 29. This country's new jewel movement was
Philippines.
incorrect. Name 2, led by Maurice Bishop, who
Grenada.
that is correct for 5 for Chengyu. So 36 and 23. Toss up 30. This man's attempts to find the mythical kingdom of Sagene led to his settling of Charlesbourg Royal. This man was the first European to voyage down the St. Lawrence River.
Champlain.
Incorrect. Name 2.
Cartier.
Cartier is correct for Adyan for 5.
Oh my God. The humdinger that was. Okay, so Adrian, you end this final with 19 points. Ethan, you're on 34. Chengyu, Ethan, you're on 28. Neil, you're on 2. And Theo, you finished with 33.
That's
Great job. That was a